Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Roger That, where I have been inconsistent like a motherfucker. But today we are back. It has been one hell of a fucking last 15 days, let's say now. I hope all you guys are doing well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys had a happy Halloween, a good Halloween weekend, because that whole fucking weekend and the week before that was just fucking Turn Up City, man. It was amazing. As far as what I've done is none of my schoolwork, but partied real hard. I had the great opportunity to go to Escape, man. I was like, man, fuck it. Last minute, buy these they were expensive, man. It was $250, but you know what? It was worth every single motherfucking penny. Escape is a huge fucking Halloween themed rave. Put on by Insomniac. It's basically, I was talking about it during my set at the Arsenal the other Sunday. It's basically like a place where just people get together and just do a bunch of drugs, really. All kinds of drugs, which is crazy, man. Like, I've gone to all kinds of shows in my life, like a metal show, ska shows, rap shows. Rave's EDM music is like the most craziest fucking festivals, events of all time, bro. You think people are on drugs at all these other like fucking genres? Hell no, man. These motherfuckers be rolling hard as fuck at raves, man. And it's amazing because when you think about it, a rave only has a DJ at the center, right? Because when I go to see like a band like Testament, you know, they got fucking two guitar players, a drummer, a singer, and a bassist. That's 5 people on stage. So as far as the lights go, they have like pretty cool lights that shine down on like, you know, regular different spotlights, the regular ones, you know what I'm talking about, the blue ones, the green ones, the white ones, red ones, all that like usual nitty gritty. At Rave's, because they only have one DJ at the center that like he moves around, but he's, it's not like a band member where like they can move from one. Well, actually, depending on the DJ, some DJs will move around like a motherfucker. But the point is that because there's only one person up on stage that's DJ and that really playing like a conventional instrument, he's playing like the futuristic instrument, which is the turntables. They have to incorporate all these lights into them. So what they do is not only do they incorporate more lights than the usual show, like the one I mentioned earlier just now, but these motherfuckers take it to like the next fucking level. The lights at a rave are bar none the best fucking light show in the world. Like I don't know anywhere else that's doing it as fucking good as like these huge fucking festival raves. And I haven't been to EDC yet. From what I hear, that motherfucker is beyond beautiful, man. So fucking beautiful. Raves are the shit. At Escape, I went with the homies Sylvester, Chris, and the new homie Leo. And then from there, we met like all kinds of dope ass people at the fucking hotel. From there, we just kept partying. Went over to Escape day 1, Friday. It's about to be tomorrow will be 2 weeks since day 1 of Escape, man. I wish I was back there, man. It was so fun. The first DJ I saw day 1 was Timmy Trumpet. Look this motherfucker up on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever the fucking like platform, Tidal, whatever platform you use for music. Look up Timmy Trumpet. This motherfucker plays like these like huge fucking like beats, bro. Like there's like some DJs that will produce like some shit that's like more like made for the clubs. Just like a comedian will have like maybe he's like more of a club comedian, like he's like been doing that so long, so transitioning to theaters, which is like a different like monster is different. Timmy Trumpet just makes shit for festivals, bro. Like not exclusively, he also has like the deeper shit, but like his main bangers, these motherfuckers just have people fucking jumping up and down. And I know that because I was jumping up and down. It was so fucking fun, man. This rave, I made a good thing in like I didn't pull out my phone as much as I used to, but I kind of fucked up because then I didn't pull out my phone at all really to like record like dope ass video. But the cool part is that on YouTube there's this dude you guys can type in on the search bar called Rick Sanity something. Just type in Rick Sanity raves. He recorded Timmy Trumpet set and a bunch of other sets that you guys can like look at from like different festivals. He records like a dope ass set, and like somewhere at like the 53-minute mark, you can actually see my ass in my sloth costume, because that's what I didn't plan to go as a sloth to Escape Day 1, but I also planned very shittily on my costume to be Luffy, so I ended up just going to a Target on the way to the hotel for in San Bernardino, and I got a sloth costume, man. And I knew it was gonna be cold as fuck at night, so that's when it would pull through. But man, during the day, before the sun was down, that shit was hotter than a motherfucker. The point is that you guys can see me in that Rick Sanity video of Timmy Trumpet at the 53-minute mark. Just look to the left. There's like a little T totem, which I assume like a totem is like something that goes up in the air. Like they have flags on them. They have like all kinds of shit. Somebody had like a dolphin on one. That was cool. I was by the T totem, which it looked like it had like a flag on top of it before, but it got knocked down. But the point is that you guys can see me in this video, which is pretty sweet to me, because I was watching this dude's videos of like other like festivals that I didn't go to, and I'm like, man, this dude shoots really good videos, and like to be watching it at the crib and then be like, yo, I was kind of nearby where this fool's like recording, and then just see me in the corner of the left bottom hand corner just like fucking losing my mind. I'm like, yeah, that's the shit. Timmy Trumpet killed it. Who else did we see? Oh, Excision, man. I haven't seen Excision in my life, but I've heard nothing but good things about this DJ. Another DJ, if you want to get into raves that you have to look into, his name is Excision. And so I heard that he has like the best fucking visuals as far as like a DJ goes. And now I fucking know he has the best fucking visuals, because this motherfucker has so many fucking vivid, like dope visuals that like as in visuals, I'm talking about like, he had like fucking like skulls and like cars and like all this like dinosaurs and all this trippy ass shit that was in the background, like on the screens, like in the background and in front of him where he was DJing. And they even had screens because like the tents were so packed with people. They even had screens like towards the back too. So like you were in the tent, they had them in the middle and towards the back, so you could still see like all the fucking trippiness that Excision brings to EDM. Man, I think he's dubstep, so it's super. Most people, I'm gonna not lie, if you don't already listen to EDM and you try to listen to dubstep, you're probably most likely not gonna like it. There's people that have been listening to EDM like house, trance, techno forever, and they don't like dubstep. Something about like it's just very, very harsh. That's just why I personally do like it, because coming from a metal background, everything is like fucking distorted, heavy duty guitar riffs, and it just breeds like a little anger, like not in a bad way, just in a good way, like a good anger. You know what I'm saying? Like an anger you take to boxing class, a good one. And it makes you feel good, you know. And dubstep kind of emulates that same kind of feeling where like it has that same anger in it that you feel like headbanging. That's what people at dubstep tents or like events actually, or artists that are dubstep, they have their audience are fucking headbanging, like literally headbanging. I got to see one hard trap artist called Say My Name not too long ago, man. And it was the first time like this chick just like turned to me. I still had my long hair at the time, because I was headbanging already. She turned to me, she grabbed like my hand, and then we just started like supporting each other through the handshake and just like headbanging like motherfuckers, man. It didn't end well because I accidentally bumped my head against hers, but the point is that this shit is fucking fun as fuck, especially if you already like metal, and especially if you like headbanging. I know one of my homies, he didn't particularly like Excision because of that reason. He was like, he's more into house, something more like less abrasive, because that's fucking dubstep, especially Excision, who's like at the peak of fucking like this whole genre, in my opinion. He motherfucker has some very abrasive fucking sounds. That's what it is, bro. Just sounds. He has some nice, like, cool shit, too. Like, that's melodic. But for the most part, it's just like... Bang, bang, bang. Really crazy. As opposed to, like... And so on and so forth. Escape Day 1. Fucking amazing, man. The homie Sylvester, he dressed up as the Warriors. That was fucking awesome, man. He had like the leather jacket, had like the Warriors logo on the back. If you love the movie, you would have loved this fucking costume. The homegirl Natalie, she was fuck, the Joker side piece, man. I'm fucking up but not remembering her name. I'm a little high. I smoked a spliff before this. She was the Joker side piece, which is fuck, I forget her name, man. I forget, but all you know what I'm talking about. She dressed really well as it. The homie, what was the other homies? One of the homies was like the Reverse Flash, like Black Flash. I had no idea that existed, but it was cool to see. The other homie, he was a scarecrow, I think, from like Jeepers Creepers. It looked like, I forget, man. And then the homie Leo, he was actually my favorite superhero, which is Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. He dressed up as Spider-Man, and this fool was fucking like, he was like on a little bit of acid, you know. All right, and then he was fucking like doing his thing, man. He was fucking, every time I looked at him throughout the rave, he'd just be smiling ear to ear, fucking just dancing in his fucking Spider-Man costume. And then occasionally, like, you'll see him like in the dance do like the little web shit, like if he was actually shooting webs. It was fucking dope, man. That shit was fucking awesome to see the homie like fucking just really having a good time. And we're all really having a good time. We went as a group. Some of us got like, man, I don't want to say too much, but man, some of us got detracted from the group that we were like at the hotel together, and it just kind of sucks to be away from like the whole conglomerate, because then, you know, you have more fun and it's more like, you know, enjoyable of an experience. End of day one at Escape, I didn't go to sleep till like 7:30, because I guess at like 6 something I was like, all right, who's going to Denny's? Where are we going? And the usual homie Chris, who's like up all night, like the one like serving shots to like fucking till the sun comes up, he was actually knocked the fuck out because he was drinking heavy duty. So I went with the new homie Julio. We went over to the Denny's, man. That shit was delicious. Fuck, I slept at like 7:30 in the morning when we got back, man. Woke up like at 12:30 to like a 30-pack of Modelo's right on the hotel bed. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's go! That shit was dope as fuck. So we just kept the party times rolling. A whole new crew of people came through, man. Amazing fucking dudes from over in Ventura, man. Super peaceful, nice, loving, funny-ass dudes, man. Super funny-ass dudes. We were laughing our ass off for like a cool-ass minute. The main part on day 2 that I want to share with you guys is not really the rave on day 2, even though it was amazing just as day 1. But, alright, so this is fucking crazy. So the homie Chris, we're in the hotel room, right? This motherfucker woke up and started drinking like vodka like a motherfucker, like at 10 a.m., bro. So now it's like 5 p.m. and we're all in the hotel, like getting ready. Everybody's ready and shit. And then this fool's like, he just kept on drinking, man. So he drank at least, I want to say, no fucking joke, at least to himself, a whole liter of a Costco of huge ass one. It's 1.75 liters, but he drank a liter of that shit to himself for goddamn sure from 10 to 5, right? So the homie Chris he's still with it, man, because he's party hard as fuck, man. He's down. But then, man, so I'm on the bed, right? Like, just sitting up, we're just drinking. Like, we had like the other people from Ventura come through, so it's like a cool ass, you know, little get together. So like, wait, let me preface. So 30 minutes before the guys from Ventura come into the room, he's getting smashed. We're all drinking in the hotel room. He puts on his propeller hat. So stay with me, people. So Chris puts on his propeller hat, like the ones with the little shit you can hit at the top, and it looks like you might fly into the sky and shit. So it looks super fucking dorky, right? But it's hilarious and it's so lovable. So Chris is like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm wearing this hat. This is my bad luck hat. And I look at him while he's looking at himself in the mirror with his propeller hat, which he just says is bad luck hat. I'm like, bro, take that shit off, man. Why would you put on the hat that you know is your bad luck hat? He's like, oh my God. And then I'm like, all right, fuck it. It goes with the costume. That's what he wanted to do for day 2. So now fast forward to where I was. The Ventura people are in the room, you know, like super cool people were all drinking. Fucking Chris is right next to me, just like sitting down on the bed, like we're talking, and then all of a sudden, I kid you not, bro, like we're in mid-conversation. And this fool, Chris, I see his eyes start to roll to the back of his head. I have never in my life seen anybody black out in front of me in real time. You usually see your homie blacked out, and you're like, oh, fuck, man. Like, you just don't notice. Like, he goes for 1 minute talking, then you're da-da-da, then the next minute he's just asleep, right? Whatever. Like, wow, he blacked out. You can't even wake him up. Nah, I was mid-conversation with this homie Chris with his propeller hat on. Him with his propeller hat on, and his eyes started rolling back. I'm like, oh shit, bro. And then he was sitting on the bed like on the edge of it basically. So he's starting to slide down because he's going unconscious and shit. And then I swear to God, this fool like starts like seizuring a little bit, and I'm like, oh fuck, man, this is a day turn of the worst for day 2, man. We just trying to fucking like party hard as fuck and have a good time at day 2, man. Now this fool's like seizuring up on me, bro. He fucking started seizuring mid conversation. I'm like, no. He started convulsing like a little bit, right, just a little bit, not too much. And then he stops, and then he starts to like slide down. So I have to literally like pick this foot up and like throw him on the bed and like turn him sideways, so just in case, and then everybody in the room's like, yeah, for sure this was not going to day 2. What a waste of a wristband too, but man, I fully understand that because that was completely me day 1 of Nocturne. So I completely understand that. 100%. Escape day 2. Saw Valentino Khan off the top, bro. That shit fucking was intense, man. Because I was on a little acid and a little Molly. Oh, man, that shit was so fucking intense, man. The lights he was fucking producing were like crazy as fuck. And the beats that he fucking like has, all that bass. And how fast it comes at you. Man, that shit was so fucking cool. Again, another video you can see on YouTube. Just type in Rick Sanity, Valentino Khan Escape. Valentino Khan completely ripped it. I got to see... What was it I got to see that day, man? I got to see Alesso for sure. He's a really good DJ. I caught a little bit of who was before Alesso, which I think is RL Grime, but I'm not completely sure. As you can tell, day 2 was a little of a blur because of what I may have taken. The point is that the whole night after we got back from day 2 was fucking dope as fuck. We chilled, smoked some weed, drank some more, laughed our asses off. It was fucking amazing. Shout out to everybody, man. There's a lot of people to name. I'm just not gonna name them. Just a lot of people to name. Now, you know what, man? I met some really beautiful people. I already knew the homie Mark. We had great times at Nocturnal laughing. He saw me jump into the pool like day 1, me like so fucked up and like with all my clothes on and shit, like crazy. Then we smoked the blunt. His boo thing, Sandra, she's really cool. I met the new homie Darren, who's not the Darren that you guys might know, which is my roommate, but Mark's homie Darren, really dope ass dude, man. I met the homegirl Destiny. She's very nice. Her homegirl Gabby. The other homegirl Rosie or Ruby. You know what? The list goes on. No, wait, we got Ant. God damn it. See, now I can't stop. So then I met Andy. See, does it even matter for a podcast? No, it's just too, like, the point is, man, all you motherfuckers, Jose, you guys are all the nitty gritty, Eric, Deandra, the best people to kick it with, man. Super fun times, all of them. Travis, I'm not gonna keep on going on and keep saying their names because they're super cool and super nice people, and we shared like great moments. Julio, the point is, I snorted pop rocks later that night. I don't know why, bro. Andy was talking about like how. So this is just a fun moments, man. Fun moments for the people listening, man. Thank you guys for listening. Andy was like, "Yo, I got my dick sucked by like with pop rocks." And I was like, damn, that's crazy, bro. So then I just grabbed like a little bit of Pop Rocks and I snorted that shit. And I was like, my fucking left nostril was like it was like stuck when I tried to like breathe. Like I was like, holy shit. And I had like white powder, like blue powder all over my face. That shit was hilarious. I know you're not supposed to tell yourself, but like just moments like that are just so fucking funny, man. Where we just like died the whole night. I told Chris at like 4 or 5 in the morning, "Hey Chris, wake up!" And then he just like was like, I was like, "Chris, wake the fuck up! You're gonna give us a light show." And even though only like 3 on one glove and only 1 on the other glove of the lights worked, it was still a great fucking light show at like 5 in the morning, just blitzed. Great fucking day at Escape, man. If you guys want to go next year, man, I would love to go with you guys, man. I met like all these great people that we're going to go to Countdown. So if you guys are listening and you guys love how these people sound and you guys already know me, you're more than welcome to join and just make it merrier and more happier. So Escape was the shit, man. Escape was the motherfucking shit. What's crazy is that I just kept on drinking and like I just didn't stop drinking basically. So I just kept on going because like Escape ended on fucking Saturday, and then on Thursday, which was this last week Thursday, was Halloween. So I hope all you guys had a safe Halloween. I hope everybody had fun, all that good shit. All right, check it out, man. So there's a band called The Growlers. I love this band. I've been listening to this band since 11th grade. which was shit. Now, that's like 8 or 9 years ago, right? So these motherfuckers have been doing a festival called Beach Goth, and they've been doing it every year since, like, the first one I went to was 2012, so the first one, 2011. So yeah, that's when I was in 11th grade. So these motherfuckers had the Beach Goth 11th grade. I didn't go, man, regret it. But as soon as I was 18, 2012, I was like, I'm not going to miss this year's Beach Goth. And you know what I didn't do? Miss it. Me and two homies, we went down to Santa Ana at the observatory. We went on day one for Beach Goth. It was fucking dope as fuck. That's when that one song just came out, Monotonia. They played that shit. It was fucking awesome, man. And then I also got to see Santoros right before then, a band that is now, like, defunct, but going through, like, a lineup change and a whole, like, name change. But, man, back in those days, being honest, you can look up their first album. I'm sure it's still on Bandcamp. Santoros had the most banging fucking, like, energy, rock shit that dominated the Echo Park scene in 2012 when, like, all those hipsters were just fucking starting to, like, get there. And I was in there with my homie. We were just in all those free shows. When Lollipop Records started, all that shit, we were at the fucking opening for that shit. Man, it was great times. But basically, I saw those motherfuckers, Beach Goth 2, and then I was almost passed out, and then I went over to the Growlers, and then because they had just started, and I fucking had the time of my life. The point is that I haven't missed a Beach Goth since 2012. I've gone 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and they just had Beach Goth this last week for Halloween and the day after and the day before. I was like, man, I fucked up, man. The days that I wanted to go, which was like one day in particular, Halloween, I was like, they sold the fuck out, man. So how the fuck am I going to go? So I already, like, told myself that week, like, man, I'm not going to go to this year's Beach Goth, like, which is terrible because I've been going the last 6 fucking years. What ends up happening was on Halloween day, I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, man. Let me go take down like $43, $40 down to the fucking Palladium. I'm going to just go see if I can get a ticket. Earlier, I had planned like a dude to meet me up to get a ticket, but I was like, if this dude like gets there a little later, I'm just going to see what's up. I get to the Palladium. This goes out for anybody that wants to go to a show that's sold out. Just go to the venue. Try your best to get it on Craigslist to get something facilitated. If not, just go to the venue. There's 99%, like 90% chance that you go into a sold out show's venue that you're gonna get in. You gotta have some money in your pocket, some happiness, some goodwill, some good faith, and good positive energy. With all that, you can make it into anything that's sold the fuck out. Remember that. So basically, I got really lucky, man. I got out of the Uber. This dude was like, "Yo, I'm selling a ticket." He's like, "Are you selling a ticket?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to buy one." He's like, "I'm selling one for 60." I'm like, "Nah, I got 40." He's like, "My homie can sell for 40," and I'm like, "All right, bet." So basically, I gave him $43, and then I got a ticket to go to the fucking Growlers, man. I got admitted super quick into that shit. I got like a bunch of drinks. I saw the bartender that was pouring it heavy as fuck. Went to him like 3 times back to back to back. I got so fucked up that I vaguely remember the Growler set, but I was there. I remember I took an Instagram story when I was still on, still with it. I remember them saying goodnight, all that shit, but like everything in between. I remember when they had started, because after my 3rd drink, that's when they had, got up on stage. But from there to the end, it was a blur. So then this is where shit gets trippy. So this is Halloween night, right? So this is a Palladium. This shit was packed as fuck, bro. So I head out of there. It's barely 12, right? It's Halloween night. It's barely 12. The show started early. It ended early. It's barely 12. I am gonzo. My mind is completely and utterly blitzed. My phone probably dead. I do not remember. I do not remember if my phone was alive or dead. Either way, my mind in my fucking like hazy ass state told myself, all right, I just got out of the Palladium. I'm on Vine and Hollywood. The Comedy Store is on Sunset and La Cienega. Far as fuck, I know, but if I just keep walking, I'll make it eventually. And that's exactly what the fuck I did for 3.5 miles. I had no idea I walked that much until the next day where I checked, like, what's the distance? But it was 3.3 to be exact. I walked in Halloween night, fucking blitzed out of my fucking mind. I made a good choice in bringing my fucking leather jacket out there, so I was like protected from the elements, and I was completely wrecked. I walk like fucking mile and a half, mile 0.7. I get to like, I pass by Sunset La Brea on Sunset going west. And then I passed the Rouse, and I'm like, wait, I gotta go to this Rouse. And all I did, I went straight to the fucking water aisle. I got a gallon of fucking water because I was thirsty as fuck, drunk as fuck. Bought the water and continued my walk with a gallon of motherfucking water that I kept drinking all the way to the Comedy Store. I get to the Comedy Store, and I'm thinking like, man, I'm fucked up. But I'm not really thinking at all, man. I'm just thinking like, man, I made it, right? This is the spot where I wanted to be. So I get to the Comedy Store, like it's Mecca. It's fucking the place to be. I started comedy there 4 years ago. I'm fucking ingratiated there. Like I know like a lot of the employees there, like all the security guards there. So it's super nice and like very respectful community and super peaceful. So I go straight to the back patio where like only paid regulars are supposed to go because, you know, super peaceful, right? I'm in the back patio and then I see 3 comedians. We start chopping it up. It's all cool. One of the comedians is about to go up on stage, but then he gets bumped because it's like 2 a.m. and like the comedian before him kind of went too long. So the point is that before I went, we all four of us from the back patio went over to go try to see the homie set. My phone was dead, and I brought my charger, which is thank God. So I put my phone to charge, and the back patio, the back, like the end, like when you're inside the Comedy Store, but like the door for the back patio is like right there. If you've been there, it's like right by the staircase where you go from the back the staircase that goes from the kitchen that leads up to the belly room that goes up to the belly room. So like in between that space, between the kitchen and then that little room that has the stairs. So they had put out all the cushions on the floor, but inside right where I'm charging my phone. So I'm thinking like, all right, the homie didn't get up just now. My phone's probably still not charged, so I'm gonna go back to the back patio right there. I laid down on the thing. I checked my phone before I laid down. I was like, damn, it's not charged. How am I gonna get home, man? I believe like fucking 23 miles away in Northridge. I need my phone to be charged so I can call this Uber, man. I need this shit to be charged. If it's not charged, how am I gonna get home? It's fucking like 2 a.m. at the Comedy Store. I'm fucked. So basically, I charged my phone and it's like still dead. I'm like, fuck, man. This is one of those times that it's gonna take like 20 minutes just to fucking power back on. I laid down on the cushions in the back, right? The back patio door is still open and shit. I tell myself, all right, check it out. I'm just gonna lay down here because I'm tired and drunk. I'm gonna lay down on these cushions from the back patio, and I'm gonna fucking just wait until somebody comes and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm gonna be like, hey, my phone is charging. I need this shit turned on so I can call Uber so I can get home, right? That was the plan. That was the goal. So I laid down there, and then like nothing happens. Nobody's there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, cool, man. They're probably just checking up everything else. I'm laying in the back, and literally like the alarms go off, and it's like the Comedy Store alarms are like the worst alarms I've ever heard in my fucking life. I hope none of you guys hear it because it has like the regular alarm sound, and then it has like this other sound that pierces through like ears and shit. Like it's basically meant like if you were gonna rob that bitch and you didn't put earplugs on, you would have the worst time robbing that bitch, and so much so that it would cause you like damage to your ears. So I was in there just like, man, I need my phone charged, man. What the fuck? So I cover my ears and I like make sure that it's not fucking me up, and then it goes away. And then I go to, I'm not sure, I doze off for like maybe 10 minutes, and then that shit starts up again. I can only assume somebody from the Comedy Store set the alarm, but then there's people inside that still weren't out yet. And then when they came out, it's triggered the alarm. That's my only thing I can assume that's why it was triggered. So after the second time of the fucking the alarm going off in the Comedy Store, I just fucking fall asleep. I just fall asleep on those cushions. Nobody came to check the back after Don Barris got off stage. Nobody. Like, absolutely fucking nobody. I fucking slept there until 5 in the morning. I woke up inside the Comedy Store by the belly room stairs to go to the belly room. By the stairs to go to the belly room at 5 in the fucking morning. I checked my phone. I'm like, whoa, I got 100%. Let me check how much these Ubers are. Man, how the fuck are they going to try charging me $50 at 5 in the morning? That's $10 for every hour past midnight. Fuck you motherfuckers at Uber trying to fuck people on the night after Halloween, man. How you going to do that? I get it. But the point is, I could not fucking afford that rate, bro. Like, fuck paying $50 just to get home for an Uber, man. I'd rather take 3 buses at the middle of the night. So it's 5 a.m. I wake up. I go over to the the original room. And it's crazy because, like, I'm walking through, like, the hallway of the Comedy Store. It's 5 a.m. Not a single soul in that bitch. I go over to the back of the original room where, like, comedians can sit down for free to watch the show. And I just fucking tell myself, all right, man, I'm going to just knock out a little bit. And just like I said before, I'm going to just knock out a little bit in the back of the OR on these comfy-ass couches because they just renovated them, like, maybe 2 years ago. Thank God they did, because they used to be fucking stools that were made out of metal with a little padding, and that would have been a bitch to sleep on. I fucking slept on the new, beautiful fucking, like, leather cushion couches on the back, you know. Like, laid down. I laid the fuck down. And I slept until the fucking Latino worker in the morning, he was like, what? He woke me up, he was like, ¿Estás bien? Are you alright? I'm like, yeah, sí, I'm alright. He said, ¿Te dormiste aquí toda la noche? And I was like, yeah. Like, I slept here all night. I was like, yeah, I can't believe it. No puedo creer. I can't believe it. He's like, what? They didn't tell you to kick you out? I'm like, no. It was like, I think everybody wanted to go home. I said in Spanish. And he was like, wow. And then we just both started laughing at it. And he was like, well, you can go out to the front. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. And then I head out to the front. I pull out my phone, and then I'm sure a few of you guys have seen that Instagram story where I'm like, I can't fucking believe it. I just woke up inside the Comedy Store. I can't fucking believe it. That's literally how the whole shit went up until that story that I know a few of you guys saw. I was like, holy shit, I just woke up in the store. I checked the Uber rates, and then if you guys saw my second story, that shit was, I think it was like $80. $79.87 is fucking basically $80. $80 to get home. So it was $50 at 5 a.m. But then at 8 a.m. they're gonna charge $80. Motherfuckers, it was a Friday, man. People still had to go to work. There's some people that take an Uber for like $10 to get to work. Now they gotta get charged $40 because y'all wanna be some motherfuckers and fuck people that partied on Halloween. Boo or boo, but I get it. The point is that I had a great fucking time. I walked like 2 miles after that in the morning to Sunset and Highland. I loaded my tap card with the senior fare, 35 cents. Shout out to Kenny Lyon for that pro tip. I tap my card, boom. The red line comes in 10 minutes. Get on the red line, get off in NoHo. The orange line, I missed it by like 1 minute, but the next one comes in 5. Boom, tap that. Same 35 cents. That's going now the second tap. You know, you get 2 hours on it. I tap it the second time on the orange line for a minute. Get off, wait like 5-10 minutes for like the 744 on Reseda. And then boom, tap it on there. The 744 literally takes me all the way like inside my campus. Like it has like a roundabout like towards like the on like one of the ends of the campus, but it's still like inside the campus. And from there I got off the bus and just walked like a mile to my fucking apartment throughout campus, bro. And then I got home after 3.5 hours, basically from like 8 to like 11:30. I got home, and it was crazy. It was a crazy ass journey getting home from waking up at the Comedy Store. Me and the homie Niles, we went over to go to Rigo's, and we got fucking carne asada, delicious as fuck. They made that shit so good. What's crazy about this whole story is that when I was on my way to the Comedy Store at the time I was there, the homies were at the Saddle Ranch. My roommates, Niles and fucking Darren, the people I plan to like get together with after the Palladium show. That's probably why I went to the Comedy Store. They were there, but they were at the Saddle Ranch. They were at the Comedy Store. Then they went down to the Saddle Ranch to do karaoke, and then me, literally passing by them as they at the Saddle Ranch is fucking crazy. What's crazier about that is that when I wake up, when it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, Niles calls me to see where I'm at, my phone is charging, and that's when I fall asleep in the back. Because what the crazy part is that they were at Carney's at 3 a.m. Carney's is the next establishment, the yellow bus, like the yellow bus that sells hamburgers, hot dogs, all that good shit. next to the Saturn Ranch that's by the Comedy Store. They were there this whole fucking time, and if my dumbasses would have walked in or my shit would have been charged, I would have been like, where are you guys at? And they literally would have been like, bro, we're literally like less than like 3 minutes walking from where you're at. That would have blown my fucking mind. And then we could have got home together because they ended up catching like this fucking bus that was on Sunset and Highland at like 3 a.m. to go to like, no, 4 a.m. And then they took that shit to go to Panorama City, which is kind of grimy. Then they caught an Uber from there to the crib. And it was just crazy how we were like around the same vicinity, but we were all so fucking wasted that we just didn't know like what the fuck, man. Hilarious though, hilarious. Friday, the homie Niles had a laughter class off for the CSUN comedy show. It was fucking dope as hell, man. He did a great job. Opened the show up really well. Amir Kabiri did well as a feature act. He's a cool dude. He just came back from Mexico doing comedy over there for a festival, like a big festival out there. Very cool. And then Willie Hunter, who's like, nah, not Willie Hunter, Willie Mack, man. Willie Mack, the dope ass fucking dude from. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch the show, but like it was on like MTV. Besides that, man, I've been grinding with this food for like a few years now, and he's always killed it. He's always super funny, and he completely murdered it and completely showed like a true headliner's performance at the end of his set. Like at the end of his during the whole of his set at the CSUN class dress off. Great night. Saturday, to keep the party rolling, I had bought tickets for Day of the Dead Fest, and one way or another, let me just say this: all my roommates got in, and the homie Sylvester got in to Day of the Dead Fest. I have never seen Skrillex before, but that motherfucker really fucking brings the heat, bro. Literally, like they literally had like heat cannons in the front, but literally like this fool DJ'd his ass off. I forget what the other DJ's name is, who he partners up with to make like the DJ duo called Dog Blood, Skrillex and somebody else. But the point is, they fucking murdered it. It was just fun being there in general because it was like a Day of the Dead Fest and then being there with the homies. That was like the best part. We just kept drinking, smoking. We smoked like 5 blunts inside the Day of the Dead Fest. At one point, the first blunt, we were like, should we go somewhere like more secluded to smoke this blunt? And then the homie was like, nah, bro, you can smoke it right here, bro. I don't give a fuck. Literally, as like the homie Darren's lighting the blunt, security at the LA Historic Park like walks right behind him, like this huge ass dude, right, wearing all black with a little earpiece, and he didn't say shit. So now you know, man. They don't give a fuck if you smoke weed at the LA Historic Park, man. We were smoking right by the fucking like bartending line, like maybe like 10 feet away. Like that's super close. Super dope fucking night. We saw Zoo. Zoo's another DJ. If you guys want to like continue on learning about this DJ EDM like whole genres and stuff, Zoo's like, I forget what genre he plays, but he has a fucking great song called Mirumba and Faded and Blame that are all fucking really good. Another great artist. I saw him at Beyond Wonderland in March. Completely killed it, and then he killed it before Skrillex. So dope ass performance by Zoo. What else? The homie Niles, he got his whole Igor costume, which is like Tyler the Creator's like alter ego. Man, it was so cool, man, because he brought like so much joy to like a bunch of people at the Day of the Dead Fest. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's Igor, bro." They took like dope ass photos with him. That was fucking cool, man. And then before that, like when we were like turning up in the apartment, like I was making like cool Instagram stories that you guys might have saw. He was in the pink Igor like sweater with the blonde wig, and he was just like rocking. That shit was fun as fuck, man. That's the best thing about like going to these festivals, like partying with the people that you're gonna go to before, at the festival, and after the festival. Because after the festival, Sylvester, the dope ass homie, man, he drove us to North Hollywood, and then we went over to a party that Niles was invited to, and it was cool as fuck. Because then we just kept the gravy train going. I just kept pouring myself heavy ass drinks. And then smoked some cigarettes on the patio, met some dope ass people. This dude was dressed as Mr. Rogers because it was a Halloween themed kind of party. And then we shot the shit, man. Cool ass dude. There was another fucking Spider-Man at that party. Fucking always cool seeing Spider-Man, my favorite superhero. And overall, just a great fucking weekend, man. And then on Sunday, went to the Arsenal. And man, it's been a fucking fantastic last 15 days, man. Like beyond amazing. I hope you guys had a great time listening. I didn't talk about a conspiracy. Epstein didn't kill himself. With that being said, I thank all you guys for listening to my podcast. You guys are amazing, beautiful people. Continue to live prosperous lives. Love your families. I don't say that enough as much as I used to. But love your families, man. Love your brothers, your sisters, everybody. A family doesn't have to be blood, but just the people you love. Oh, shit, that rhyme. And with that being said, thank you guys very much. Roger that out.